Welcome back to anybody who's maybe watching these videos. Anybody that is, thanks for watching. If you like what you see or any of this stuff interests you, you know, hit that like button, subscribe. I've talked about false flag operations before in one or two of my videos. Mostly it's been about what has been called Project Bluebeam, which is apparently the government's plan to fake an alien invasion to pretty much jumpstart a new world order to where we'll be so afraid of the aliens that we'll whatever rules or whatever um, they say we have to do to be protected from the aliens that we'll just do because the threat is so big. You know what I mean? We need them, which is what I've normally talked about. But there's actual historical false flags, such as there was an operation. I can't remember the name of it, but it was when John F. Kennedy was president. They were proposing an idea to attack the American people, like a base, or maybe even been citizens, and then blame it on Cuba, so the American people would get behind, you know, going in and taking over and invading Cuba. Basically, the same thing happened in Vietnam. There was, like I said, I can't remember all the details, but we attacked our own troops, so we can justify an attack on a certain group over there during the Vietnam War. Anywho, I did some digging recently because I came across some information as far as when it comes to 9/11, when we have invaded Iraq, and the archaeological find in Iraq.
But a few other articles to back up this claim. Fox News in 2015 posted, UNESCO US military did damage to the historic site of Babylon. Within the article it says that Americans handed the site back to the Iraqis 21 months after the March 2003 invasion, pointing out the fact that the US military was controlling sections of ancient Babylon. Or another article here saying US to return Gilgamesh tablet, 17,000 other artifacts taken from Iraq. This article on Al Jazeera says that it's believed the tablet was looted from an Iraqi museum in 1990 and introduced in the United States in 2007, just showing the fact that the United States has a history of stealing artifacts, especially those related to Nephilim bloodlines. Now, there's a video that surfaced in 2013 claiming to record the actual tomb, body, and some artifacts of Gilgamesh. This footage, of course,
And we were supposedly going over there for weapons of mass destruction that Saddam Hussein apparently had. Now, don't get me wrong, he was a terrible dictator, uh, horrible atrocities against humanity and against his own people, but there was never any weapons of mass destruction, none. But we set up a base right here at this archaeological site. A bunch of artifacts went missing that we had to return. What about the ones we didn't return? What were we after? Because obviously they were after something and it wasn't weapons of mass destruction. No weapons that we know exist. Who knows what was discovered there? I mean, it's literally a biblical city that's in the Bible. You know what I mean? And in the ancient stories of the Sumerians and their stories and whatnot. That being said, I feel like I need to say this: you don't have to trust or even like your government or love your government to love your country and be proud of where you're from. I just feel like I needed to say that. You don't have to trust your government. You don't have to love your government to love your country. I just feel like I needed to say that. We all know that they lie to us. I would hate to think that something like what happened in 2001 would be carried out by our own leadership. Question everything, though, right?
If a former Pentagon insider says a major event is coming and he's currently building a bunker in Wyoming, should we be reading between the lines? I'm going to play you a couple quick clips and then I've got a question for you. Check this out.
I don't know if this is kosher to talk about on air, but I mean, we can start in a second if it's not. But you're building a bunker out there in Wyoming?
You know, the rule to Fight Club is you never talk about Fight Club. Right? So if you're building a bunker, you don't tell people because then everybody knows where to go when everything goes south. So, you know, it would be remiss of me to not say that. Yeah, I think people look. Being prepared is not a bad thing.
Lou, we keep hearing rumors about a quote-unquote major event that could be the reason for the disclosure timeline that is now in place. Does this event have anything to do with this asteroid Apophis scheduled very narrowly to miss our planet in 2027?
Negative. It has nothing to do with the asteroid Apophis and its approach to Earth. It has to do with something else potentially.
I get the sense that you're sitting on things that feel like very hard truths. It feels like your existence, like you want to say more, and you feel like you are you're holding it together, and that's a tough spot to be in. And so, to the extent you can talk about what might be imminent, what is imminent?
Time is not a luxury that we can afford. The time has come. We need to start having the conversation collectively. We should have had it a while ago, but we really need to. We really need to start having the conversation.
Give me just 1 second. One second. Just 1 second. What? What? I've been feeling like something's coming, and I know I'm not the only one. And then this. You know, I've been looking at stuff about Apophis. If you don't know about Apophis, it's a huge asteroid that's supposed to come really close to Earth. As a matter of fact, it's going to be coming between Earth and the Moon, which is crazy close. I, I don't know, man. All I got to say is everybody needs to be prepared. Be ready. For what? I don't know, but these people with money are building bunkers, secret bunkers, to survive something.
Hey, you want to hear the reason why a US president broke down in tears after learning the truth about UFOs? Of course you do. It's super interesting. According to Ed Harris, a former NASA researcher, President Jimmy Carter, one of the few presidents to openly acknowledge seeing a UFO himself, was deeply shaken after his classified briefing. So the CIA reportedly gave him only a limited overview, as most presidents receive, but what he learned changed him forever. So what was he told? Well, according to this claim, Carter learned that major world religions, including Christianity, were programs created by extraterrestrials, designed to keep humans from destroying themselves. Carter was a deeply religious man, and this revelation shattered him. Witnesses said that he actually sunk his head into his hands and sobbed after hearing this, and he remained visibly disturbed for weeks after this briefing. Many actually believed Carter would be the president to finally disclose the truth about UFOs. But after that briefing, he never did. And recently, we've heard people like Tucker Carlson, Lou Elizondo, many people stating how dark this subject matter really is. So, did President Carter learn a terrifying truth about our world origins, which caused him to not say anything?
I've personally seen the video of Jimmy Carter talking about himself seeing a UFO. And the funny thing is, his description of the UFO he saw is really close to the UFO that I saw when I was about 17 years old. And I wouldn't doubt that once he got into office, if he was told anything at all, I wouldn't doubt whatever he was told would have devastated him, because pretty sure he really was a really religious person, and whatever the truth is, I think is going to be devastating to modern religious people. All right, we covered a few heavy topics today. That's all I've got for this video. Everybody that's watching, thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, or if you're interested in what I covered today. Question everything. Always answer hate with love in the next one.